Privatized banking is a new phenomenon that is helping individuals control their own money and finances outside of the standard financial institutions. Today, in Wilkes-Barre, PA, a company called Tier1 Capital LLC is showing individuals how to do privatized banking and minimize their risk when managing their finances. We are excited to see how Tier1 Capital is shaping new frontiers in banking.
Privatized banking really is all about making your money more efficient. We start by eliminating some of the losses or the transfers of our money in the form of taxes, interest, fees, and market losses. And from there, we combine the concept of saving with the concept of borrowing. In the process, our clients are able to regain control over their money and, more importantly, over their cash flow. It always becomes an issue where sometimes they get out of balance, where they have too much debt and they're constantly digging themselves out of financial holes. But basically, if we combine the concept of saving with borrowing, your money is always earning interest through the saving component, and you're maximizing the efficiency of your own money by using other people's money in a more efficient way. But ultimately, the bottom line is making your money more efficient. Conventional wisdom will tell you that you should always seek the highest rate of return, and basically they tell you that the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Unfortunately, in practice, that doesn't work. And what we found is, if you listen to conventional wisdom, maximize your 401k or your retirement account, pay down your debt, your mortgages, and ultimately what happens is all your money is tied up in areas that you don't control. So consequently, when you have to go buy a car or you have to send your children to college, you have no other choice but to borrow.
Making wise choices can affect where an individual lands in the tax bracket. Tier1 Capital believes that the best way to get ahead is financial decisions that lead to the minimum taxes owed. We wanted to hear what options privatized banking could bring and how much money an individual could save in fees and taxes.
So if you're following conventional wisdom, your money is constantly in the market, your money is constantly in areas where you don't control, and mostly what you don't control is the area of taxation. And what people don't realize is taxes could take as much as a third of your savings and investments. And that has a devastating effect on your ability to accumulate wealth. We always say that you cannot accumulate wealth in a taxable environment. So we always look for tax-efficient ways to save money. And consequently, we eliminate or greatly reduce the ability of the effect that taxes have on creating a nest egg. Additionally, what people don't realize is that fees have a tremendously devastating effect on your ability to earn and accumulate wealth. And consequently, what we try to do is show people how to eliminate those fees in as much as possible, and do it in a way, again, that makes their money more efficient and allows them to accumulate the maximum amount of wealth.
After interviewing Tier1 Capital financial experts, we learned that their financial advisors believe that a secret to earning wealth is an uninterrupted compounding of interest. They believe that market losses, taxes, excessive fees, and other unwise options prevent most people from earning compounding interest.
We think that compounding interest on your money is a good thing. And we always ask people 3 questions before we present anything to them. Number 1, do you believe that compounding interest on your money is a good thing? If they say yes, then the next question is, if you think it's a good thing, how soon do you want to start? And they say immediately. And then the next question is, if it's a good thing and you want to start as soon as possible, when do you ever want to stop? And they say never. So unfortunately, life sort of gets in the way. And when you start doing things from a conventional wisdom, now all of a sudden you got to start over saving again. And what happens is the compound interest curve becomes longer and flatter, meaning that you're going to lose those end years of compounding. The problem is you'll never see the interest that you didn't earn, and that's the problem. Additionally, we end up paying taxes or fees or have market losses. And all of those things have a devastating effect on compounding interest. And again, one of the defining themes of privatized banking is that you control your money by making it more efficient through elimination of taxes, fees, market losses, and most importantly, spending it. So if your money is always earning interest, you never have a chance to jump off the compound interest curve. And ultimately, people end up gaining more control and accumulating more wealth through this concept of privatized banking.
Many people get confused on how to manage their money in the long-term picture, don't have a plan, or just simply can't seem to get ahead with interest fees, banking fees, and taxes. We found that the Tier 1 financial team puts together a custom financial plan for each individual so they can get ahead and start earning the interest they deserve.
So in building plans for our clients, we make their money more efficient. But how do we do that? Well, we get multiple duty dollars. You get $1 doing several jobs. If we can get $1 that previously, let's say you were utilizing to pay off debt, and get that dollar to pay off debt, build an asset, provide a death benefit, help you pay for your children's college, we've just made $1 do the job of $3 or $4. And that's how we make our clients' money much more efficient. And by doing that, we add to their bottom line.
As we interviewed the many experts at Tier 1 Capital, they believe that having control of one's finances is critical in building a secure future. When one controls the amount of debt accumulated, this controls the amount of access to cash flow.
So the biggest effects, I'd say it's a multi-effect, two particular things I can think of actually in terms of the impact it's had on my cash flow or cash availability. And the short-term effect, the biggest positive that I've seen is that we did some things immediately after Tim and I came to an agreement and instituted some things that basically created some immediate cash flow, immediate changes for me that afforded me the availability to free up some cash almost instantaneously, which was really, really helpful. In addition, though, is even the bigger benefit, once again, is in the long term from a cash flow perspective. We're talking of possibly, in many people's instances, life-changing opportunities where there'll be the availability for more funds, more money, more opportunity in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, so that I don't have to be concerned about, I have this big wedding coming up, how am I going to finance this? I have this college tuition is coming, my kids are going to college, what am I going to do? How am I ever going to finance this or take care of this? Well, we have this plan in place. It's no more of robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's like, I have this there. This is perfect. I can just access this. And having that multifaceted short-term solution now to give me some cushion and long-term solution to free me up and know that I have financial security.
After visiting Tier 1 Capital in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, our investigative reporting found that privatized banking is creating new frontiers in the way people control their finances and secure their future. For more information on privatized banking, please visit www.tier1capital.com.